Hi, everybody. I've been so busy with this story that's going on. I forgot to upload my sponsor. I'll do it again the next video. Gosh, I keep forgetting that. And what a dumb movement. Okay, listen, everybody. Come in, come in, come in. Tea. Okay, let me remind you guys of a couple of things first. Every time I have to break the news that someone's going bye-bye in the world of housewives, as in fired, people start complaining. You're a hater. No, don't say that. When I had to tell you guys about Vicky Gunvalson, nobody believed me on that one. Tamara Judge, Nene, you're a Nene hater. Shut up. We don't have time for all of that. So what is going down? The word is they're going to fire Diana. They have to. They absolutely have to. All the stuff that's coming out about her is a bad look. But listen to how they're going to do it. Okay, according to the rumors, they're going to let her contract just expire, not offer her another season to come back. No calling her in the middle of the night. You got to get the hell out of here. No public perp shame. Like, you got to go. You're a bad person. None of that. None of you wear the same dress twice like they did Nene. None of we don't want you back. You have to go right now, and you don't get to come back on with your hired black friend like they did Jenny Wynn and go on your YouTube channel. It's not a get the hell out of here situation. They're really careful about how they're going to fire her. Now, why? Think about it. Why? There's so many allegations going around that Andy Cohen's racist. I just don't understand, why doesn't she have to do the walk of shame? You're just not going to renew the contract? They're secretly trying to find replacements right now. Cherie, other people. No. You got to go. You're the worst housewife of all time. You're an alleged madam. You're an alleged sex trafficker. You're a pedophile. Allegedly. These are the rumors. I didn't make them up, people. I didn't make it up. You should be fired in the most shameful way ever done. But here we go with the smoothing things over again and the cover-up. They have not said one time that Diana's a madam. Not once. We still haven't seen Kathy Hilton. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got to get my banner in there. Thank you, lovely. Thank you. I mean, I just don't understand it. You're acting like none of these rumors are going around. You claim you addressed it on the show by talking about the book. No, we want to hear about how she forced young women and children into prostitution. That's what we want to hear about. I'm upset. I mean, I'm glad the bee's going to be gone, but it needs to be in a humiliating way. Just like you did Nene. I want you to embarrass her. I want you to harass her for a couple months before she goes. I want you to blackball her and make sure she doesn't work in Hollywood again. I can't, people. I can't. I see you guys. I'm going to take questions in a minute. You guys are just glad she's gone. No, I want her to be humiliated. She's the worst housewife of all times. And we've had some pretty bad ones. She's the worst. All the bank robbers, like Erica, all the people with the lawsuits, she's worse than that. All the selfish people on the show, she's worse than that. All the liars like Lisa Rinna, she's worse than that. So anyway, let me tell you, my source says, and this is very important, because I asked again last night, is Lisa Rinna racist? And my source, who's ethnic, put it that way, who understands racism, keeps telling me no. It doesn't make sense to me. Another question Why is Lisa Rinna going so hard for Diana? Makes no sense. Makes no sense, people. None. I don't understand it. Let's talk about the thing that she put up yesterday. So remember, Diana put up the statement that I gave money to your country, Garcelle, and Garcelle just kind of ignored her and also called her uneducated on Watch What Happens Live. That's Garcelle. Okay, I'm going to give it to Garcelle. I don't like Garcelle. I want her to go ham, act like she's from Detroit like me, but she is classy. I'll give her that. Let me see here. Can't nobody drag her like I'm not dragging. I'm not dragging. I don't think I'm dragging. Am I dragging? So what did I talk about? So remember that. So here comes Lisa Rinna. Okay, now remember, my source is telling me that no one on the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is racist except for Diana. They claim that Kathy Hilton has black friends, but they're black rich friends. So this is throwing me off because she's still good friends with what is her name? I can't remember her name, but she has black friends, not average black friends, I don't think, but rich black friends. So they're saying it doesn't add up. Why is she saying the N-word if she's not racist? But anyway, my sources tell me no one's on the cast is racist but Diana. Okay. So she puts the posting up to Garcelle. Here comes Lisa Rinna. And this source, I got it from the reality TV source. All of the screenshots. Thank you so much. I'm shouting you guys out. Okay. We fight on our show. If we fight with Garcelle, we are all of a sudden called a racist. That's bullshit. I will not accept that. I will express myself when and how I want. And I am not afraid of any of you hoes. I'm not making this up. You guys can see it on the thing. And if you are just so triggered by our show, and a lot of you pussies are, go watch Dubai. There's only one person on Dubai that's not ethnic. It's basically an ethnic cast. Why couldn't you say what you had to say without throwing Dubai in there? I'm just feeling some type of way. You guys, we'll talk about it later because you let me know how you're feeling. This feels racist. But behind the scenes, production telling me, no, she's not. I don't know why they keep saying that. They're saying that off camera, Lisa Rinna is fun, the kind of person you want to party with, and that she does all of that stuff to keep her job on the show, all the lying that she's and backstabbing that she does to keep her job, because out of all the women, she needs the job the most. I don't know if we can explain this behavior, then I'm willing to listen to anybody that can explain it to me. But I'm getting more and more suspect of Lisa Rinna. I just don't understand her actions. Let's put it this way. Her behavior, her actions doesn't add up. She's going so hard for Diana. And remember, that's what my source told me. She's not nice to any of the women. They're saying she's very snooty, but especially if you're black. So here comes Chanel Ayan. This is my favorite person on The Real Housewives of Dubai. I think she is stunningly beautiful. Every time she comes on, I cannot stop looking at her. She's so pretty. This is how I want to look when I grow up. She's so pretty. But anyway, she responds to, if you don't like what you want to watch, pussies. I can't stand it when people use that word. I can't. I have to read it the way it is so you can get the effect. Sorry. I know I don't like that word either. She says, Rinna, Africa called and they want their lips back. Oh my God. Keep Dubai out your mess and out your mouth. Tune in next Wednesday, 9 p.m. for a brand new episode. Now, I understand people's reaction to tune in next Wednesday. Kind of sounds like a marketing campaign, but I like that she stood up and said something to Rinna. You're not going to disrespect my show and pull me in your racist mess. I'm not, not over here, buddy. Not over here. And then Lisa Milan joins in. She says she does not want this heat. I love Dubai. I love Dubai. I like women that stand up for themselves and get a little, hot. That won't take any mess. We are not Beverly Hills. We will drag her from the right up off that doctor's table to the desert. I love it. Here comes Chanel back. She says, that desert heat hits different, Lisa Rinna. I love it. I love it. So Lisa Rinna responds, Carolyn Brooks. Carolyn Brooks responds, I like that Carolyn jumped in. Lisa Rinna, why did you mention our show in your post? What did you mean by go watch Dubai? I mean, listen, they're not taking her mess. They're not having it. Shout out to the women of Dubai. Love your show. Love your cast. Especially you, Chanel. You are my favorite. I think you're stunningly beautiful and you've got guts. I'm not understanding Lisa Rinna, people. I'm not. Oh, I forgot to talk about, hold on. I'm not understanding her behavior. It's real suspect to me. Listen, I've been working with this source for a long time, and they're telling me, no, Sharrell, Lisa Rinna's not racist. But I don't like the feel of this. I just don't like the feel of Rinna and Diana's relationship. All of it is just weird. I don't know. I don't understand it. Let's talk about Miss Prissy. I like to call her the B word when no one's around. Okay, but I'm trying to get monetized. I can't keep cussing. I'm only allowed so many cuss words, people. Only so many. Did you guys hear about this rumor going around that she didn't pay her housekeepers? Her housekeepers. She's the most rotten person on the planet. They're working for you. It's not easy to be around you. Cleaning up your mess all day, probably taking care of your bratty. No, okay, I can't talk about kids. Taking care of your children, watching you marry men that look. No, okay, no, I just can't. But she didn't pay them. They had to sue her. Because that's not surprising. Hey, AT2. I'm going to drop the link. Hold on. It's not surprising, AT2, because she's just a rotten, horrible person. Matter of fact, I think she's the worst person on television. If we can think of anybody more horrible than Diana Jenkins, let me know. She is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Birds of a feather flock together. Rinna's statement is racist. I'm feeling that way, Sheila. Now I'm trying to have faith in my source, who we've been working together for years at this point. Years. I know a racist statement when I hear one.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to downplay my source. Who's in the chat, by the way? I love you. Thank you for all the info. But this doesn't sound right.
Well,
how are you feeling?
Sharrell, like it can be two things, like I can believe that someone is not inherently racist. Like I don't think Lisa Rinna is walking around with a white hood on, but I do think that she's very just like herself said, uneducated. She said that about Diana, but I think that about a lot of them, even though Dorit has been good. Remember, she said like all her workers were people of color, and so her kids were like, they say a lot of ignorant stuff.
Yeah. Maybe they have the better than bug, and just Lisa Rinna's comment. Period. I'm not gonna not drag Garcelle, who just is getting targeted for being Black. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Right.
No, you have to be racially sensitive during this time. Lisa
Right.
Rinna.
Why would you want to attack Garcelle when obviously you know your friend is out of line? But here's the thing, Sharrell. Lisa don't think Diana is out of line. I guarantee you she's all for this.
So are we going to say Lisa Rinna is racist, or are we going to say she's out of touch? I'm leaning towards racist.
I know your source can't say it, but I'll say it. Yes. Yes. She is. She is very
Lisa
racist.
Rinna is racist. I'm not trying to break up any working relationships here, but
she has not backed down. Like she said, basically, she told the girls today on her Instagram story, like, thank you, like you're welcome or something like that, because she gave them free promo. She literally thinks like this is okay. She thinks it's TV. So she okay, I'll say this. She's racist for TV.
What?
He's racist for TV, you know.
He's racist for
she
TV.
thinks she's acting. She thinks because she can't get an actual job, she can't get you know, on the Lifetime, she can't get on you know, the Hallmark Channel, she can't get an actual acting job. So she has to pretend like the Real Housewives is her acting debut. And so she's trying to play a racist Karen. And so what's going on is that she is playing this role, and so she's hoping that she'll score you know, this big time movie role, but nobody's looking for her.
Why is she windmilling so hard for Diana? Remember when she went hard for Erica and they said that allegedly Erica gave her $5 million?
You
haven't heard that rumor? Let me read this quick. Don says, somebody saying you're not racist does not make you not a racist. I mean, she's going extra hard for Diana.
Right.
And she was in the book.
Exactly. That has something to do with it. I think they do have some kind of business relationship, and maybe it could be a thing like
what do you do?
Hey, Freddie, do we know if Diana was supposed to be like Lisa's friend? Like that's how she got on the show?
That's how she
got on the show.
then
that makes sense because this looks bad on Lisa.
On as the friend of Lisa Rinna, and that was sort of her entry onto the show. However, what we have seen is that they've met each other a few times at Elton John's charity galas, but they've not been best friends, and that they're having, you know, Sunday lunch or having barbecues at everyone's house every week.
Why aren't they firing Diana the way that they did Jenny Wynn? We're going to let her contract expire? Come on.
Well, I think actually with this, you could argue that it's sort of a racism thing with Bravo there, because Jenny Wen's Asian, she's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
They thought, okay, we'll target you. And I think another thing that plays into this is wealth. Diana is considerably richer than Jenny Wen as well. And Bravo want, you know, because they've broke people and frauds, in my alleged opinion, like Dorito and PK, they're trying to bring more wealth back onto this show. So Andy thought, okay, bringing Diana back onto Beverly Hills is going to be my answer to sort this wealth problem. Now we don't have Erica spending stolen money anymore. So, and I think that's why he doesn't want to get rid of her, because she's showing a lifestyle. She's renting the private jets, because Bravo don't pay for that.
I mean, she's fired, but he's doing it in a respectable way. He didn't even fire Vicky Gunvalson that politely. Remember,
I know, exactly. I mean, I'm going to be very interested to see if he actually until he makes an actual statement, and see if he does it or not.
Let me read this first really quick, Naomi. Horseface is just trying to fit in, and Madam is no inspiration. One more. Rinna needs to go right along with that racist concubine. What do you feel, Naomi? What do you want?
Well, I have a theory about Diana, because I remember her saying that her divorce was like, quote unquote, the happiest divorce. And I know that there's a lot of like conspiracy theories going around that people, especially connected to Jeffrey, that they would get them in compromising situations and have recordings of it, which then in return makes them like a puppet to them because they can control them. So I think that with her Irish rich banker ex-husband, I think she got him in a compromising like position or whatever, and was able to blackmail him to get the happiest divorce he's ever had. I also think that with her, like for some reason I'm getting really, really evil vibes off of Diana, and like for her to bring up like Haiti and all this stuff she's done for Haiti, when it's very well known that a lot of rich people went to Haiti during the disaster to traffic children, to get children to traffic them, and in the Congo as well. So I feel like it's very like she's like almost like in our face with it, like, oh, Room 23, the book was just like a good book that I wanted to make, but it's like blatantly like a little black book with all of her clients. And I also think that's the reason why Lisa Rinna is going so hard for her. I think because she probably has dirt on her, and she's like, this is the favor you're gonna have to owe me.
Freddie,
I agree with Naomi on this.
Right.
And I've sort of said this before. We should be questioning Diana. Why did her charity with Sean Penn, why were they made to get rid of that charity at the time the Haiti government were cracking down on people for allegedly human trafficking? In response to that, I do have questions on that. For me, it's the whole timing of it that's a bit bizarre to me.
Yeah, and you said that yesterday. This girl is evil. She's a special kind of evil. She's demented.
And I think that, and I do think now, as we've seeing more of what Diana Jenkins is doing today and stuff, and since yesterday's live, I really believe that Lisa Rinna is actually sort of a paid for friend of Diana's, and in return, Lisa Rinna has got to be.
I'm telling you, Freddie, she went this hard for. What was the girl that gave her $5 million? I can't think of her
Erica.
name. Erica.
Yes.
Some money is involved somehow. She's going extremely hard for Diana.
And Lisa doesn't have her own money either.
The other thing with Erica and Lisa Rinna, where there's the connection, is that Lisa and Erica do share the same manager.
See,
I think I remember hearing that too.
Say you've got a management company, you manage celebrities, okay, and I say, Kenya Moore really needs a new management company. Say I knew her hypothetically. I say I can get her to join your agency, Sharrell, but I want a cut of say 10% for every event.
And that's what this makes sense now, because my sources say, no, I'm telling she's not racist. But if money's tied to it somehow, then I would do these outrageous things. It does not make sense. Is it Melon or Melanie?
Melanin.
What do you have to add to the conversation? Is Rinna racist? What are your thoughts?
I believe all of those women in their own way practice systematic racism, just because
the better than attitude, right?
Yeah, just simply because of being privileged white.
Yeah.
So they may not directly feel like they're racist, but because they can be comfortable in their skin of being white and a white woman, even more so. Yes, she is.
That's very easy to do. If I'm rich and I don't have any poor friends, can you imagine not having any poor friends? And I know all my friends are poor. I love them all. And I got a better than attitude, and my maid's always ethnic, and you get used to that lifestyle. So you look down on people.
And they purposely put themselves in them type of they purposely put themselves in that type of situation. And if you don't have diversity within your inner circle, it's always going to be a downfall. And for Andy, I've said it for the longest, Andy is not only is he racist, he's an elitist. And the only reason why Andy is able to get away with as much as he does get away with is because now we are very politically correct, and he is a gay man, and no one wants to challenge him, because if you dare challenge him, it's going to turn into a situation that he's a gay man and you will be destroyed. He's a horrible person. I watched him browbeat all of those women in one way or another. I don't believe he even likes women, to tell you the truth of the matter.
Oh.
Because because in some way or another, I don't care if they're white or they're black, Hispanic, Asian, one way or another, he always seems to take a dig at one of them at any particular, situation. So I don't believe he really likes women. I really believe he has his own issues that he needs to seek therapy with, and that can help him out. Garcelle, my last thing is with Garcelle. I feel like all of these women have basically slept themselves to the positions that they have.
Ooh.
None of them are coming from old money. Okay.
Well,
Garcelle looks as if her husband somewhat has some type of money, but he just wasn't on that particular level. So
he's an
everything
agent,
that she's attaining right
Ex-husband.
now, she's working to obtain it on her own and sustain it. So that's why I don't like when people laugh at, oh, look at her home. Oh, look at the secondary coastal house that she purchased. It's a tear down. Let that woman do what she needs to do to obtain what she has on her own merit and not just simply sleeping with man to man to man.
Her money isn't
you know what?
attached
You
to
are
a man. You're right.
absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I need to back off of Garcelle. But Freddie, I want to ask you a question. Okay, so you're on television in your country. You're rich.
Yeah.
How come you have black? And no, seriously. And you could easily fall into that world. How come you didn't?
Well, I mean, I did go to a boarding school in the UK, so I had a lot of black people that went to my school from places like Nigeria, Kenya. I mean, most of the black friends I know are far richer than me.
Oh.
They're like really rich. So before I did sort of charity work and left school, I'd never met a poor black person in my life. So
it's easy to fall into that world. You have to step outside that world.
I think it's more you've got to look sort of you've got
They're
to
not
be
cultured.
nice
That's what it is.
You've got to be nice to everyone. But I think in terms of race, you're more considerate because you're with other people and you're just open to it. And I mean, I think it can be very easy for white people to be ignorant, but not intentionally. But I will have to say with Diana is this isn't ignorance of her.
She's evil.
What she has done was racist. How can you say it must base on the lines of it must be awful to be a black content creator? I'm sorry, that's not ignorance. That is pure racism.
And then what she did to women, what she did to children, just her, she's was it diabolical? Something's wrong with her. She's twisted.
And I think my big thing on this is if you're that confident to type on your social media and say that about a content creator saying, oh, it must be awful being black. Imagine what this woman is capable of doing behind closed doors when the spotlight isn't on her. There isn't a camera crew around her.
She's horrible. Hold on, guys. Let me read this really quick. Lisa did say she'll do anything for money. She works hard for the money. She does. There's some kind of financial ties between Lisa.
Did you see
and
Lisa's current Instagram story where she's now basically coming back at these women on Dubai? And ultimately calling herself the ultimate hype person.
She's the ultimate loser. Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna let Naomi speak, and then do Kenilo, sorry. The fact that Garcelle probably knows all the horrific stuff Diana has done to kids from Haiti makes it even more disgusting. Diana is rubbing it in Garcelle's face with that disgusting Insta post. This girl's diabolical. Go ahead, Naomi. I cut you off in the middle of saying something.
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, no disrespect to Bosnia.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? You can hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
No disrespect to Bosnia, but I've heard that Bosnia is pretty much like down in the dumps right now, and they're doing really, really bad as a country and an economy, and like they need help. So I don't understand why she's boasting about helping all these people from Haiti and the Congo when her own place of birth is like
you're having sound problems. It went down again, and it sounds like you were saying something good. You said that Bosnia was down in the gutter.
Yeah, like from what I heard, Bosnia is down in the dumps and that they need a lot of help too, like just as much help as the Congo or.
Oh, you're saying it's ghetto over there?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Oh,
yeah,
and why ain't
Enemies.
she helping her country instead of trying to help these poor black people? I got what you're saying, Naomi. I got what you were saying.
Exactly. And then for her response to Garcelle to call her uneducated, she should have listed off all of her places where she went to school to show that she's educated. But
She
instead,
you said she can't.
No.
Yeah, she can.
Well, I like Garcelle now. I'm gonna back up off her. I wanted
Team
Garcelle to have
Garcelle.
I wanted her to have my personality and get in there, but she's different and she's doing it on her own. So I'm glad Melanie mentioned that. That's hard to do.
Right. And she has the contract with NBC Universal. So Garcelle has to tiptoe around what she really can say, because at the end of the day, Garcelle probably only has a couple more years on the Housewives. She wants to do directing, and she has a bigger vision than, she doesn't want to be the black Lisa Rinna, desperate, no job, can't get on the Hallmark Channel, can't get on Lifetime, can't do soap operas. She doesn't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Andy Cohen is.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was quickly going to say, I actually think that Garcelle is one of the most valued housewives on Beverly Hills by Andy Cohen. If you notice, Garcelle has been on Watch What Happens Live the most out of the housewives recently. She's been invited to stuff that mainly OGs and a lot longer.
She went to the Canes, right?
Have been invited to, like the baby shower, like BravoCon promotions and stuff. So, and she's also seeming to be promoted in the role as a diamond holder, in that she's sort of joining Kyle Richards in the fact of stirring up the storylines. And I think, and notice Kyle suddenly being really nice to her. I think that's Andy Cohen. I think that's Andy Cohen said to her, Garcelle's one of my favorites. You've got to be nice to her because I want her on this show.
Camila, do you think that Andy Cohen's doing this soft firing? That's what I'm going to call it. Because do you think Diana has enough power to make Andy Cohen's world shake it up?
Or is it the other way around? Is he going to shake her world up? Because we already know what she's about. She's nothing but a madam. Look what she's doing to children. He may have far more evidence and stuff on her. So maybe he's not trying to get rid of her now because he may be trying to use her for ratings. Then by the end of the season, if she does something else, maybe he'll get rid of her. But I'm thinking he got a lot more on her than she has on him.
I think that Andy Cohen wants to run with the executives and the tie-ups at NBC. And I think that is the kind of people that Diana has dirt on. So I think that she for sure.
My God!
Yeah.
Also, now Naomi just took my theory and just turned it around.
Right.
You just stumbled on something. She knows every dirty man in town. They know all their fetishes. They're not going to just fire her and tell her to get out of here. They're going to do it softly and respectfully. They're going to bring her to the reunion, and then they're not going to
bring her back.
What if she's allegedly procured men for Andy Cohen? Allegedly.
But you have to think, for Andy is very strategic. And like I said, I don't believe he likes women anyway. So all of these high value women, air quotes, is there to a means. How do they say it? A method to his means, or what have you. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. Yes. So I mean, Diana, everyone else, it doesn't matter. Once he can get to the position he wants to be in society, because he's never satisfied with where he is in life. He looks like that type of person. He will continue to do what he's doing just to get to the next level in life. And my last thing is, I just wanted to say, when Andy vetted Garcelle, because she was truly vetted, she's different from any other Black housewife. Even if you look at Giselle, what people feel she's the fan favorite of Andy's. Garcelle has been in the industry for at least 2 decades. So she knows how to move in certain circles. She is what, like, I will consider myself in the circles I go in. I'm considered that safe Black, right?
Yeah,
so
that's what she is. Yeah.
He brings her into certain circles. He's inviting her in certain places because he knows that she knows how to handle herself a certain way. He vetted her because of her resume and the way she handles herself. And he
Right.
knows that she's never going to go in the gutter with this particular lady, Diana, because she's been, for a lack of words, trained to know how to handle situations like this. So he don't think Garcelle is not placed in the position that she's placed in for a reason. She's the first Black on Beverly Hills, and that's for a good reason. And again, he vetted her for the sole purpose of she's a safe Black, and as long as he feels safe with her, she's fine.
Thank you, Melon, for changing my opinion on Garcelle. I will never say another bad thing about her again.
I've been telling you that all the time.
All right. Thank you for calling in, Melon. I appreciate
You're
the call.
welcome. Have
Thank
a
you,
great
Naomi.
one,
I'm going to
guys.
drop you guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Take care. All right.
Now, Sharrell, I've been telling you about my girl, Garcelle, and you can never believe me. You always fought me on that.
T2 was going hard. Let me read this before.
Right.
Love you, Sharrell, and the panel. Thank you so much, Sweet Tea. Let's start with you, TSL. Sound off.
I just wanted to say that have you guys noticed, like, I don't know if you had brought this up earlier, but did you guys see the article when they were talking about Diana being racist? Well,
no,
not
there's
racist,
an article about it.
She had a Karen-ish moment with one of the security guards around one of her complexes. And
about the
Beverly
Hills. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what was it, AT2? What was it?
That she was complaining because they were cutting down the hedges.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That one.
Oh, yeah, that was with Jan Kuam Security. He was the co-founder of WhatsApp.
Yeah, you were.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we've seen it. Go ahead. Sorry.
She's having, I'm just saying, like, she's having all of these Karen-ish moments, and it's not really a good look for her. I mean, like, I personally found her boring. Like, when they dropped the trailer and she did that weak line of "You need a new villain" and everybody was loving it, I was like, she's gonna flop.
Yeah.
Like,
you would
I can do that quite well.
Isn't she worse than a racist? Would you say she was diabolical? Like, something's wrong in here with Diana.
Yes, and I personally feel like she's like, I feel like what a lot of these people and what they get messed up on these shows is that they try to come for they always try to come for like the new people, hard to fit in with the main people of these social statuses or whatever. But I also do feel like that that Bravo just hired her for the money aspect, because when it comes to Beverly Hills,
exactly what Freddie was saying. Hold on one second, Belle. I have to read the super chat. Why some racist celebs got their career ruined for less than that? Exactly. Fire that hooker.
I've got to go.
Go ahead, Freddie, really quick.
But I've got to go. But I'll quickly say, you need a new villain.
No, we don't.
Bye, Freddie. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Take care. Belle, sound off. Can you hear? You're on mute. Oh, I got you on mute. My bad. Oops, I can't come off. Oh, you're on mute. You have to take it off mute, Belle. Can you hear us?
Hit the microphone.
Good morning. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
there we
hi.
go.
How are you? Sound off. What did you want to add to the conversation?
Well, a couple of things here. Garcelle is one of my homegirls. I'm calling from the Boston area. So I believe...
Oh, you grew up with Garcelle then?
No, I'm from the same community as Garcelle. I grew up in Dorchester, Massachusetts, which is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, and I just want to say the whole thing with Diana Jenkins. Think about it. Jeffrey Epstein had a private plane. Who else has a private plane? Ooh, Diana Jenkins. Oh, I wonder who else has sat in Sutton's seat on that plane that was probably less than 18.
I mean, she bring it back.
I love that.
Maybe Sutton had to sit in that chair because somebody's sticky lollipops were on another one. Yeah.
I love the shade.
And Lisa Rinna will do anything so we talk about her.
Lisa Rinna will do anything to keep her spot on the show.
Exactly. She will do anything when they talk about her.
Exactly.
I'm telling
And one
Yeah,
real
but
y'all.
quick
this is
thing.
going a bit too far. Lisa
I'm
Rinna, she needs
For
Sharrell,
something.
somebody who doesn't give nothing, this girl gives nothing. We don't get
did
her
you
personal life, anything, and she
did you
just
Right.
did
constantly gets to
she
stay
got
on
no
there.
life. She
did you
boring.
see
That's why she on the show.
Chanel Ayan responded to Lisa Rinna's comments about the Dubai thing?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love her. I love her. Anyway, I think Lisa Rinna is she's just but
Tired,
she's
late.
I don't
Horrible.
like Lisa Rinna. I
Desperate.
Give
yeah,
that girl a drink because she's thirsty.
She just need to go in her backyard to go pick her
yeah,
fresh
she's
vegetables with
thirsty.
Harry.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh
right.
no,
And then
she
maybe
needs.
they can trade outfits. They can
Harry
do
don't even want
fashion
to be
tips in the
around her.
garage.
Did you say they could trade outfits?
In the garage, yeah.
Well,
I,
You
Harry wouldn't even
know,
put it in the derby because she would lose. So I'm just saying, Horseface ain't that good on the damn show, no way. So
it's crazy.
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
And the other thing is, what else did I want to say? Oh, about Travis, Courtney's husband.
Oh, okay, Travis
He okay.
Barker.
So a lot of people with drug abuse and stuff are put on a medication called Depakote. I'm a neurology nurse, and Depakote causes pancreatitis. Because I've
So
worked
he's
with a
slow.
lot of
So
people on
repeat
it, and they
it.
have
So
to come
he's
off
on a
it.
special medicine. And what is the
Maybe
special
he
medicine
is.
for?
This is my thought. It's Depakote is used for seizures, also used for mood regulation. You can ask Diva about it.
Oh,
Because she's a pediatric nurse too, correct?
right, right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something I was wondering. So obviously somebody can be, have substance abuse issues and, be on medications, and the two things could happen at the same time.
Oh, okay,
The
Right.
two
okay.
things can be true simultaneously.
Mhm.
I can see
But
that.
anyways, this is my first time on. Give Perry my love. We all love
Welcome.
Perry.
Yes. Thank you for coming
You've got
on.
to call back in, Belle. I love your shade. I'm gonna drop you
Yes.
and thank
And
you.
I love Perry, and you were damn lucky to get him, as my father used to say to my mother, Sharrell.
Perry's some kind of different.
Oh, he's amazing.
Right, right.
And
All right.
he's
Thank
a
you,
good
Belle.
guy.
Call back again. I love your shade. I love it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take care. Have a great day. Got to get
You
back to
too.
work.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
T, for calling in. I appreciate the call. All right. Let's bring up.
Oh,
Okay,
Hello.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I gotta wrap it up. Sebastian, you go first. Well, let me read this first. Garcelle and Sutton are understanding the assignment, and she is eating them up. Diana and the rest of the cast are very pathetic, and they need to go down.
Yes.
Cash shake up, please. Ooh, she's saying, oh, that's Kendrick. Hi, Kendrick. Thank you. Cash shake up. He wants everyone.
Well,
gone.
you know, Violet
Okay,
said
so
she
let's
might
start
come
with you,
back.
Sebastian.
Listen, the Haitian housewives always bring it. We have Gertie from Miami, Garcelle from Beverly Hills. They bring it well. And I wish Garcelle the best. She's doing great on her journey.
She is.
She is. I remember seeing her on the Jamie Foxx show back in the day.
I loved it.
Fancy.
I
Yeah.
loved
Fancy. That's it.
I loved her there. She's doing great. And Diana needs to stop it with her little madam stuff. Like, you need to stop with your little, let me brag about my charity things. You don't brag about charity. It comes from the
Right.
She's a special type.
Diana
of-
needs to be in
help your
somebody's
own country.
prison. She needs to be in prison. She really does.
She may be already in prison and probably trying to escape. That's why she's using all of her powers to do what she's doing.
She may
If
be
you
in
get what I mean.
prison. What?
Meaning her little child at home, the boyfriend, the man child, then the two children.
Her
that she
man
don't-
child.
Yes, the children she don't want us to see. The one, the one that everybody thought was the boyfriend. Then you got all her, people that are around her always asking for money, so she's in hell.
Oh.
All right, Sin, sound off. What did you want to add to the conversation? This is crazy.
Well, hello everybody.
Hi.
Camilo,
Hey,
AC.
Steve.
Okay. All right. So I want to say this about Diana. I am so sick of that lip licking, lap dog looking woman. I don't know
What did
what
I
to
miss?
do.
Everybody said she kept licking her lips. I didn't
That's
see
all
that.
she do.
Like
Yeah.
what? Give me an example.
It looks like her tongue is
give
like
me an example,
stuck or
Camilo.
something. I don't know. It's like
Yeah,
She did not do that.
Yeah, she did.
I
go
would
back
have
That's
never
and
what
thought
I'm
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
she wasn't
I'm
like,
like,
who was
She did.
She
You
goes
did that.
She licks her lips and
like her
sticks her
tongue
whole
got
tongue
Botox
out
or
to where to
something.
touch her
It's like she
nose.
having a stroke and a heart attack at the same time.
Mhm.
That's a madam thing. She's teaching those girls. She goes, "This is how you do it."
I didn't see her licking her lips, although I do hate her. I think she's
Oh.
diabolical. I think she needs to be in some kind of mental ward, psych ward, and
Yeah,
prison.
demonic
She needs-
tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
this episode didn't show y'all how mentally disturbed she really was,
She
I could have
is.
went up there and dragged her by that little fake ponytail. I
Yeah.
really wanted to.
Yeah,
She's
and I
very-
wanted to go through that TV and snatch that ponytail off when she was like, "Oh, get my purse." It's like, "Honey, you left my purse. It's a $500,000 purse." Girl, don't nobody want that shit.
I know.
I don't condone violence,
I
but
don't
where's
either.
Nene when you need her?
Oh,
Like,
trust
Exactly.
me.
oh my
Exactly.
God.
But I
I
think
No,
got
Tammy
it.
Roman. Where's Tammy Roman
Right,
when you need
Tammy.
her?
Tammy would have got
Tammy
her.
would have did it. But see,
Yeah, Tammy would have got her. But I think
think
what's gonna happen next is what's her name? Will's ex-wife. I bet you she
Sheree.
gonna put her in place.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I need.
Yeah.
I respect Garcelle. She's thinking long-term game. Okay, got it. But I
Yep.
need a Detroit girl on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, you might get Cherie. She may not be from Detroit, but you got Cherie. So she look like she'll bring it.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Andy Cohen really quick. Oh, I gotta wrap this up. I got 2 minutes. Andy Cohen, start with you, ATT. Good businessman, man, or jackass?
Jackass. I mean,
That's an obvious one.
Jackass. I don't like him. Even the way he's firing this girl is racist. You did not treat Nene like this.
right.
I don't think they probably had guards at the gate for Jenny Wynn.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. But I do agree with what the lady did say. Maybe Diana has something on the higher ups, if not Andy himself, because she's very diabolical. She probably tapes things in those rooms that that would break somee's career.
She seems like the person that would do that.
She's the R. Kelly. She's the R. Kelly of Beverly Hills. She's terrible. I don't like her. I'm pissed at Andy Cohen. You knew who she was before you hired her. You decided to go with money instead. Oh, she's rich and overlooked it. Now it's coming back to bite you, and you're not even listening to the public's cry. You're gonna let her contract run out. Oh, to hell with you, Andy Cohen.
Right.
Yeah, I bet you. You know how I told you that this is probably gonna, if he doesn't fire her, all of a sudden there's gonna be an open investigation on her. Quote unquote. You know how he
I
did.
doubt
Just
that.
like they did Ramona.
She has too many people, too many higher ups that she has info on. There's nothing's going to happen to her. The worst that's going to happen to her is we're going to come on here and drag her every week. That's the worst that's going to happen.
And don't forget, she's politically tied to a lot of politicians around there too. So
that's right.
It ain't nothing gonna happen to her no time soon.
That's right. Nothing's gonna happen to her. Nothing at all. She'll call her boy Donald Trump. He'll get her out of it.
I mean, he had a lot of politicians and attorneys and everybody else. But I got a funny feeling though. Her day's coming and she's gonna FBI, Homeland Security.
Now when you've got Donald Trump on the speed dial, he will get you out of anything.
He didn't get Epstein out. He had him killed.
Yeah.
He didn't get Epstein out.
Only 2 people went down, the Maxwell and Epstein. Yeah. Those are the only 2 people.
And there are probably so many people that need to be locked up because of this stuff that we probably run out of fingers. But they're going to keep it quiet, hush.
Donald
Trump probably was a client.
He was.
He was.
So it's not going nowhere. I mean, please. And now I understand Andy Cohen's soft firing. What the hell is a soft firing?
Just let a contract
There's no such thing.
Just let
he
a
would
contract run out. That's it.
You were not renewed. That's what that translates to.
That's sad.
Not only is they're not going to renew her contract, they're going to let her tell whatever lie she wants to tell.
Yeah, right. At the end. I was too busy to go anywhere, and I had to leave.
Yeah. She's gonna make up some.
She's gonna say she got a language barrier again.
Yeah,
she's disgusting.
Very
Anyway,
disgusting.
She's gonna lie her way to the reunion. We get to the reunion, we're gonna have to throw eggs and tomatoes at her as we always do.
But
Thank
I
you,
think
Sid, for
Sutton
calling
them gonna
in.
get her
Thank
at
you,
the
Camilo.
reunion.
I'll
All
talk to you
right.
guys. Thank you so much.
No problem.
AT, what are your last words? Because this is crazy.
Man, my last words, honestly, Bravo, you need to do better. It's a shame that we have not heard anything from Bravo. I mean,
No,
after Lisa attacked Dubai, there
I
should have been
know.
some kind of statement like, hey, you can't be trying to throw our other shows under the bus. But Bravo, all they see is like, oh, this is free promo. So you know what we got to do? We got to put our attention into Dubai.
Yeah. Well, how are you liking Dubai? I like it.
I actually like it. I think it's good. I think what it is that people kind of want that they want to know the characters already,
Before
but you
yeah.
have to watch it to
Yeah.
give it a chance. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just any housewife show. They don't automatically start out like high ratings and stuff like that. It has to
I'm watching
build
it. I
upon.
think I'll start reviewing the last couple episodes once we start to know people.
Right, like the reunions and stuff. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm watching it. I enjoy it. And that girl, Chanel
Ayan, yeah.
is so. Does she look like Iman, the model, to you?
Yes, she does.
She's so pretty. She's so
She is. And I like how she brings like different animals and stuff. I wouldn't want no animals brought to my house, but I like how, she gets it. She is funny and entertaining.
Yeah, she is the star of that show, I would say. So
yeah.
Anyway, so that's what's going on. They're trying to get rid of Diana. It's a firing, but it's a bullshit firing.
Right.
Because it's a soft firing, and that's it. So it is what it is. But they need to bring it up. Bravo needs to talk about the sex trafficking and the child stuff.
Right. I hope they edit. I hope Bravo's watching right now. They're gonna edit all the episodes and put all that in there now.
Their editor. I hate to be a Beverly Hills editor. Kathy Hilton, now Diana Jenkins. I mean, they're probably up hours. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. I appreciate it in the back. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Sorry if I didn't get to your call backstage. I am just sometimes
don't worry. I'm gonna do an after show after this. We gonna continue the dragon.
Go to AT2 show if you want to keep talking about this. He has an after party. Cracks me up. And it's pretty loud. You let the conversation. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. Go to AT2 channel. It's called AT2. There you go. And don't forget to click this like button on your way out. Until next time, let's say bye on 3, AT2. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Deuces, everybody.